What's up, everybody? This is Sam from Fit Tribe, and this is Ron's first workout. Just like it's your first workout, you're going to have a coach with you the entire time, and we're going to take you through that entire warm-up. It takes about 5 minutes, probably a little bit less, so hang in there, okay? For our warm-up, we're going to start on our back, and we're going to have 10 hip extensions, all right? So we're going to lie flat on our back, feet are just under our knees, maybe a little bit further out. We're going to push those hips up off the floor, pause for a second, squeezing those glutes, and then we'll tap back down. You'll run through these, should take about 10-15 seconds here. Good, Ron's really pushing through those glutes, pushing through our heels, like you're driving those heels through the floor. Pause for that second at the top. As we finish the 10 here, we're going to turn onto our side for our arm circles, which is our second part of the warm-up. So we'll turn on our side. We're going to take our top knee, bend it at a 90-degree angle over that bottom leg, which is straight. And then we're going to take that top arm, rotating it as far around as we can to the back, keeping that hand nice and close to the floor, or in this case, if you're in Fit Tribe, to the turf, 5 times backwards, and then 5 times forwards. He's keeping that hand nice and close to the turf the entire range of motion, really warming up our shoulder here. Once you finish on one side, we'll switch over, do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll move on from there. We're not going to show the second side, so we're going to go straight into a reverse crunch to a V-sit, which is our third move, and we'll do 5 reps here. From here, Ron's going to tuck his knees into his chest. He's going to kick out, lifting himself up, pushing those feet out, and his hands through his feet. You're going to try to get a little bit further on each rep here, really stretching your hamstrings and your lower back. Good. On the last one, I really like people to kind of hold for a second and creep those fingers out just as far as they can. Hold for another second, and then we'll release. From here, we're going to turn over onto our hands and knees for bird dog position. Now, for bird dog position, we want to set up with our wrist just under our shoulder and our knee just under our hip with those toes down on the floor. Now from here, we want to keep a nice neutral spine, so we don't want to see a big arch here. So, now, Ron's got this stable position, his abs are tight. He's going to lift his right arm and his left leg to start the motion. He's going to have his thumb pointed towards the ceiling and his toe tucked down towards the turf. From here, he'll hold for a second, and then he'll switch to the other side, and we'll take 3 or 4 on each side here. Good. He's got that glute squeeze. That heel is driving up to the ceiling, but not too high where he's really extending or bending at the knee. Perfect, Ron. Let's get 1 more on each side. And then we'll stand it up. So, for our next move, we're going to start from a standing position. We're going to step 1 foot back. So let's start on the right side. We'll step that right foot back. From here, our right hand is going to go down just inside of our left foot. And we're going to take that left hand and point it up to the ceiling, really externally rotating. So now, Ron's got this back leg nice and straight. He's stretching that glute, stretching that low back. He's in a very dynamic position here, and he's really getting the body prepped for exercise. So now he'll bring it back to the top, stepping that foot back in, and he'll switch sides, just doing the exact on the other side. So that left foot will go back, left hand down inside the right foot, and we'll repeat here about 2 or 3 on each side. So let's get 1 more from each side around just so they can get a good view of the warm-up. And next we'll get into our squats after Ron's done here. So, when we get into our squats, we have to approach this just as we would our exercise. We're preparing our body for our exercise, getting nice and warm, getting our blood flowing, so we would want to execute the exercise just as we would during the workout. So Ron's going to approach same form as he would in the workout. Feet are shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out to the side. He's going to push those hips back, and we're going to get through that full range of motion. Now, some of you may not yet have full range of motion. So as you go through this, what I would tell you is try to get a little bit lower on each rep, so that your knees aren't caving in, your chest is still up, your shoulders are back, and everything's in great line. So really just work through that range of motion, trying to get a little bit lower on each rep until we finally get there, which will happen eventually, I promise. So let's take 3 more here. On the third one here, Ron's going to hold at the bottom. He's going to put those elbows in between his knees, pushing out on his knees, opening those hips, and he's going to rock it back and forth from 1 foot to the other. So from here, we're opening those hips, we're waking up those ankles. You may be here in an early morning, so you're just out of bed. We're going to do this for about 3 more seconds, 2, and then Ron's going to bring it back to the top. All right, from here he's going to bring his feet together. He's going to put his fingers under his toes, bending those knees to start, and then he's going to stand those hips up. Now Ron's got pretty good range of motion and almost gets to that fully straight leg. It may not be that way for you initially, but you'll get there. So now we're going to sink it back down. We'll hold for a second, kind of relaxing, and then we'll bring it back up, trying to get a little bit further here on this second stretch. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and we're going to walk those hands out, putting ourselves into a low plank position. So we'll start in a low plank position here. This is a root position, and it's something that you're going to really see in a lot of our workouts. So Ron's up on his toes, his feet are together, he's twisting those calves in to try to touch his calves together, glutes are squeezed, abs are tight, he's got a nice flat low back here, and he's pulling back on those elbows, activating that entire core. Awesome. He's squeezing at 50%, and then 75%, he's squeezing a little bit harder, and then he's getting all the way up to 100%. You see Ron physically shaking, he's moving. 3, 2, and relax, Ron. Good. All right. If you're not shaking, and if you're not feeling like that was actually a workout, you're not doing the plank right, so you got to squeeze a little bit harder, and we'll fix that for him when you come in. Now, Ron's going to go to a high plank. We're going to get a little bit more dynamic here, and we're going to have mountain climbers. So for our mountain climbers here, we want to make sure that our wrist is just under our shoulder, still that nice flat back, and we're going to start by almost a running motion. We're not going to tap that foot down as we come up, but alternating, we want to have that right knee drive, then left. Good. Nice and soft on the feet. We're starting nice and light here. We're going to work our way up. We have 75%, a little bit faster. And then we'll go 100%, really getting prepped for workout. 3, 2, and rest. All right, from here, your coaches are going to kind of take you through the workout or the exercises that we're going to do in our workout today. While they're doing that, keep active, get ball kickers going, whatever it is that is keeping you moving during that warm-up or their explanation of that workout, better. Have a great day and have an awesome first workout, everyone.